there, booktubers. I am back with another video and I have a book haul for you. Christmas came and went and I decided to get myself a few things, you know, because I'm really nice to myself like that. And I ended up picking up quite a few books. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started because they're kind of really interesting and yeah. So the first thing I ended up getting was this little box set of picture books, which I know sounds a little weird, but I really, really love picture books. I think it's probably one of my favorite things to read. And yes, I'm a big girl, but I still very much appreciate the simplicity of picture books and the illustrations, especially when they are from really fantastic artists. And one of my favorite writers slash illustrators is Oliver Jeffers, and the box set that I ended up getting was Once There Was a Boy, which is a series of 3 books. The first one is How to Catch a Star. How to Catch a Star. The second is The Way Back Home. And lastly, Lost and Found. I would say How to Catch a Star and Lost and Found are probably tied for my favorite. And then Way Back Home is very close to the second. So I was really super excited to see this box set. And I don't know, I just really appreciate a really good, simple story like this. I ended up getting How to Catch a Star for my niece for Christmas, and I don't know, I just think it just is great. So that's all I have to say about that. But I also got this other picture book by a sort of debut author, illustrator, and Emily Hughes. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with this book. It's called Wild. I think it's just an utterly beautiful story. It is very reminiscent of The Jungle Book, but the protagonist is a young girl. And I think what really gets me is just the illustrations. It is quirky and just charming. I'm going to show you. I mean, just the cover alone is just a stunner. And that's the inside flap. Illustrations. Really lovely. But anyways, yeah, that's the back. This is just a really gorgeous little story. I highly recommend it. If you like buying picture books for, you know, your kids or your little siblings or just whoever, or if you are like me and just love reading picture books, then look into this one because it's really, really nice. I like it. I like it. Then I ended up getting 4 middle grade books because I adore middle grade books. So the first one is Unhooking the Moon, which is by Gregory Hughes, and it is a newer release. This is essentially about a pair of sibling orphans who grew up in Winnipeg and then end up moving to New York once their father dies to live with their deranged uncle. And they start to get into a bunch of, you know, adventures, so to speak, and it's a realistic, modern, coming-of-age so sibling relationships and all that jazz. Things that I very much adore in children's books, so I got that. The Boy Who Swam with Piranhas by David Ament. And I really like this book for several reasons. The quirky premise of the story and the illustration of the cover is done by Oliver Jeffers. And I just really adore his style. It's basically about a boy who has this goal to swim with piranhas. And I think that's true. And the book, without the cover, looks like that, which is really cute because it has all the names of different types of fishes on the cover, and I just noticed this now, so that's nice. The Terrible Thing That Happened to Barnaby Brockett by John Boyne, who is the author of The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which, if you follow my videos, you know that I wasn't a very big fan of, but I thought I'd give this author another try. And again, the cover is illustrated by Oliver Jeffers. There's this just instant appeal for me to just pick up that book if it's illustrated by him. I don't know. I really like it, and I'm curious now because the other book looks so lovely without the cover. No, it's just plain. But you know, this one's basically about a floating child whom his parents just can't keep grounded. And again, it's just sounds like a really charming and whimsical story. Lastly, I got The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, The Interrupted Tale by Mary Rosewood, which is the final book in the series. So yeah. Then I got a few grown-up books because, you know, I'm a big person, and I should read big person books. I picked up 2 sci-fi books by H.G. Wells because I read The Island of Dr. Moreau, and I, totally adored it. The first one is The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells, and the last one is The Time Machine. And these are both the Penguin English Libraries. They're ridiculously tiny and super easy to go through, so yeah. I just really like the cover on this one. It's so neat. The rest are just by one particular author because, he kind of changed my life, and that is Murakami. So I picked up The Hard-Boiled, Wonderland, and The End of the World, which I think I might read next. The Wind-Up Bird Chronicles by Haruki Murakami, or Chronicle, not Chronicles, which is a beast. Didn't realize, but we can do it. And lastly, this is just a book of short stories, The Elephant Vanishes. And I've actually only ever read, prior to reading Norwegian Wood, The Elephant Vanishes, just that story. But I've heard that there are so much more better stories in this little anthology here, so I am really looking forward to it because I thought The Elephant Vanishes was weird. And I liked it a lot, so I'm looking forward to reading the rest of that. But yeah, that is my book club. Oh, and one more. A lovely friend of mine gave me his copy of This Is How You Lose Her, which is the ARC copy by Junot Diaz. No idea how to say his name. He's the author of something Oscar Wilde. Because he got a really snazzy little edition and gave me his copy, and thanks. So, gonna read that, because I actually read a few pages of this, I think a couple of nights ago, and it kind of made me giggle. So, yeah. That's all I have for my haul. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a very fantastic holiday season. I will be doing my, annual top books of that particular year. It's going to be my top 13 books of 2013, so look forward to that. So, yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Ta-ta!